Ven falls to his knees.
Okay, so can I whip around real quick and dump a lay on hands now into Ven?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, so take 10 hit points.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I wanna do a show of fainting and be like, quick, call the wife. And I just want to faint. And hopefully it's just sand blotting.
Wifey is still there for now.
So she's gonna blow a kiss at Rosalie and say,
Okay, babe, be safe. See you later.
The spectral form goes right back in, and the light that it was emitting and that feeling of calm just dissipates into the shield, and you see a slight swirling glimmer on the front.
she just sort of taps the side.
I want to step over and pick up that greatsword.
Okay, you pick it up.
I open one eye and see that the wife is gone, and then I get up.
I'm going to pump a Cure Wounds in myself, and as I do, inch myself closer to the body of Vladimir. So I'm going to heal myself.
Can somebody heal me?
1.
You heal yourself for 1. Also, Morgan, we said that was going to last only a minute, right?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me just double check. It's a minute or 60 damage.
A lot longer. Yes, okay.
So I inch closer to the body, and I immediately want to take the cloak off of the body.
You do. And in your hand is as soon as you take it, like from him, and you detach it, you see the cloak just right into the brooch itself. And the brooch is like a collapsed dragon that is starting at the center with like the head and goes around with the tail coming out the side.
I want to take that, and as I do say, you are not worthy of holding an item of this power.
Oh my damn, look at that sass.
And I also want to start taking the half-plate armor off of the body.
Brutal, savage, wrecked.
Do it.
And just start pulling it off.
All right, you start pulling off the armor, and you strip this dead, revenant, headless body of its protection.
Good.
Does he have any healing potions on him?
Make an investigation check.
11.
You don't see any healing potions. The only other thing you really see of probable value is the platinum holy symbol of the Morning Lord. You're guessing it's worth about 250 gold.
I don't know if he's going to come back in some sort of other body, if it's around here. I don't really want to find it. If that's everything that we've got, you needed the cloak. Is there anything else that we need in here?
I'm pulling on the half-plate armor at this point. Just like getting it all on, getting comfy in it.
Alright, it's a costume change. Okay, is there anything else?
As far as I know, I do not think there is anything else. I think maybe if we want to, we can possibly go down and go to the room with Argynvostholt before we leave. Take a rest there.
That might be
because he might
the right
be
way
able
to do
to
it.
protect
I
us.
think that's a good idea.
And then we can be on our way.
Okay. John, what is your dexterity?
0, why?
Okay, so your new armor class is 15, plus your
My
shield.
new armor class is 17, plus my shield, because I have my ability which allows me to put my constitution in place of my dex.
Oh, okay, so never mind. This armor does nothing for you then, but you now have disadvantage on stealth.
It brings up my armor class by 2, because I was currently wearing chainmail, which is a 13 armor class. This is now a 15.
Oh,
So I have 15 plus 2 constitution,
Constitution. I see.
plus 2 for the shield.
I see.
So I have 19
Okay,
now.
that works, but you now have disadvantage on stealth checks.
I don't give a fuck.
Also not carrying.
I have armor.
Join the Clangy Club.
And I'm going to pop that brooch on that fucking half-plate armor and feel like a badass.
Okay, as soon as you pop it there, you feel under your hand the dragon shift and change, and a silver cloak falls around you.
Ooh.
Cool. I have to spend time to attune to it.
You'll have
right?
to attune to it.
Cool.
You also already know you know what it does. Bucky, Ven does not know what it does.
Yes. I'm going to change into Arsene, look at Kent, and go, so how do I look?
Oh my god, you look so badass right now, dude. Like, awesome.
I know it is so cool. Alright, serious.
Okay, sorry.
Let's go down to Argynvostholt and get a rest.
And Drew, I didn't miss anything from you before, did I?
Just said I picked up the sword. That was it.
Okay, you get the sword. You are now wielding a +2 greatsword.
Cool.
There's nothing else of interest in the room, right? I'm assuming the spectral guardians are evaporated into the ethereal, gone forever.
They're gone.
And there's nothing else of interest, like by the throne or anything, right?
Make an investigation check.
21.
21. You look around and you don't really see anything else of interest. Everything else around here, the shields, swords, any other pieces of armor, they're all rusted and basically unusable.
Okay.
At least in a way that's going to help you.
Okay, cool.
Also, there was those 2 other Phantom Warriors that did not come back for some reason, but they are gone.
All right. Let's go downstairs.
Okay, so you make it downstairs. You go into the room with Argynvost, and he greets you as you enter the room.
How did it go?
He did not give it up willingly, that's for damn sure.
I take it Vladimir is not with us at the moment.
Well, according to him, he might be back.
There's no might about it. He will be back tomorrow. I have a fear that he will come after you. What did you tell him of your plans?
All we said was that we wanted to destroy Strahd.
Shit. Okay, well, there is not much I can do from that point. He believes he should stay, and he pleasures in the idea of Strahd not being able to die.
What did I say earlier, guys?
Well, if he decides to come at us again, we will put an end to him once more. He will not be a burden
happy
to
ending?
us. He will not get in our way.
Yeah.
He's a real dick, Drew? Is that what we're getting at here?
Look, you all started this.
Ding, ding. We should start a counter. Like, just the amount of times we've... Sorry, I'm going to stop.
I would recommend that since you are done here, you have the cloak I see. Attune to it. Feel the magic that comes from it. It will help you against Strahd.
Do we have the time currently to rest here before we head back?
Rest and get the hell out of here. I will try and talk with Vladimir when he returns, but I cannot promise he will not come after you. Keep your eyes open.
Why did you say nothing to him when we spoke to him upstairs?
I talked to him briefly, but as I discussed with you earlier, I am the strongest in this room.
What was that? Wow!
It's his own music.
It's a lone, loose spirit just roaming the house.
I am the strongest in this room. I cannot speak well outside of it, so I was not able to see what was going on. I only heard him speak to me in his agony. There are others in this mansion. Keep clear. Understood?
Understood.
For your own sake.
Is there nothing else that we should be interested in here
No.
while we are here?
I will say, the only thing that I can ask of you is... I am not fully here. It's why my power is lower than it should. Strahd has taken my skull into the castle. If you find it in your travels, please bring it back so I can rest in peace. Maybe it will cause the dead here to be at peace.
For the help you have given me, I will absolutely do that for you.
Thank you. I do appreciate it, Vendlar. Please, rest. You have a long journey ahead.
I'm just gonna go ahead and add that to my Barovia bucket list.
Okay. That is marked down next to...
Next to get Kent laid when we get out of here.
yeah.
Oh,
And, because I promised that at the beginning of the game.
Bang,
Sign
bang.
up for AARP. Yeah.
And also to get Arena to show her someplace other than Barovia.
Yes.
Because this place sucks.
Yes, it does. Okay, so you all take a long rest.
Actually, while we settle down, Ferguson wants to look at Kent. Not Kent. Ferguson wants to look at Vin.
You're Ferguson.
There we go.
Ferguson wants to look at Ferguson.
Ferguson's gonna look at Ferguson in a steel mirror and then turn it so he can see Vin and be like, Vender, you mind if I borrowed a Souls book? Got some reading I want to do.
I give him some shifty eyes.
Ooh,
What do you want
shifty
to
eyes.
read?
I want to read the stuff that I was reading earlier.
Alright, Then I throw him the book. Well, I open the book, and then I throw it to him, because I don't think he can open it.
Okay, you open the book, you send it over to him.
Cool. I want to flip through to the phylactery area and start reading.
Phylactery?
Make phylactery.
Yes.
Just make a general intelligence check.
15.
15. Okay. And what's your intelligence modifier?
It's -1, so I rolled 16.
Okay. So also make an Arcana check.
Intelligence and Arcana, alright.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
That was a 5.
Okay. So you get to the phylactery bit, and again, it's in Abyssal, but taking a little bit more of a careful inspection, you're noting that there's some handwriting in the margins, and they're not in Abyssal. They're in... Actually, never mind. They're in Common. And it's little notes here and there of like, refer to page 30, or this will work, stay away from this, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, evil, not too bad. You see all these little notations. And you even see like formulas off, those kind of things. And when you flip through the rest of the book too, you see these notes in the margin on all the other languages as well. And they all formulate the same handwriting. When you're looking through the part on phylacteries, you notice that you need an item that the person is incredibly connected with for some reason. That will cause the bond to be stronger. You also read that the soul, not the phylactery part, but you get from some of the other parts, that the soul doesn't necessarily need to be alive. You get this with the combination of soul gem transferring, that you're able to kind of combine the two practices, though you see in the notes like untested, but maybe. So you're getting the idea that is possible, that whether they're dead or whether they're alive, as long as you have access to their soul, you can transfer it to an item. But unfortunately, when you're looking at a lot of this, there's notations in arcane runes and just descriptions of magical incantations that are just not making sense to you of how. But you get a look into the book, and you know it's definitely possible. If you talk to somebody with some magical knowledge, they may be able to help you out for whatever you need it for.
As I throw him the book and I see him looking through stuff, I'm attuning to the cloak, and I kind of look over towards him and I go, "Is there something you possibly need help with?"
Just reading about these soul gems, phylacteries. Got a bit of a plan. Maybe.
Want to share?
I have the start of a plan.
A 12% of a plan.
12%?
Not yet. If that ugly fox shows his face again, want to be able to trap him so he can't come back again.
That sounds good if we can get it to work.
That's going to be the tricky part.
What have you found?
I need an item that he's real connected to. Although I think the sword might work.
That might be possible.
And I think we need a soul gem. I don't know where to get one of those.
Does it say what the soul gem has to be? What type of gem it has to be?
Let me look. And then I go back to reading.
When you look into it, you do see that there is a way to potentially bypass the soul gem stage. It requires some rituals. It is a little iffy of whether or not it could work, but there is a way to transfer directly to an item. Very similar to how the phylactery worked. Because you do not necessarily need the soul gem for the phylactery to work.
There's a bit of a ritual in here. Might be able to bypass the soul gem.
Do you want to try it? Can we do it now, before we take a rest? Possibly keep our minds at ease?
I think we can. I mean, we got time, don't we? A bit of it.
A little bit. Alright, give me one moment to get used to these new things, and I will help you with that.
Alright then.
I'm gonna finish attuning to the cloak.
Okay, you are now attuned to the cloak. This is where I hand you the item sheet.
Cool, got it. Except I don't yet, because you said you were gonna write it up, and you're gonna give that to me.
I know. You have the text that's saved, right?
Yeah, it's the one that I wrote, right?
Yeah. I also send you a picture of it, I think.
Did you?
Yep. I'll send it to you again.
That would be helpful. Alright, and then I'm gonna go over and help Ferguson figure this whole thing out.
Okay, make an Arcana check.
Who?
Ben. as he's helping.
Arcana. Gonna use Matt's die.
Hoomst.
19.
Okay, so you look at the arcane symbols and you go, okay, yeah, I think that can really work. You look through the incantations and you think that you can probably be able to do it. It'll take a lot of concentration and a lot of precision, but you think you'll be able to do it.
Now, I also want to, before we proceed before this, I want to make one more check. I want to see if we can find a way to be able to capture a soul and keep it that way.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Like, if he's got a phylactery, he can come back, because his soul's not destroyed.
Well, this is what I was talking about before, there was the makeshift way of doing the soul gem and phylactery.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're able to transfer a soul to like an item similar to a phylactery that'll treat itself as a soul gem, that is possible. So if the soul is trapped in there,
Gotcha. Okay, so it's like a phylactery, but it functions as a soul gem.
yes.
Okay, that's what I wanted. Okay, cool. Actually, and one other thing. Is there's a section in here on soul gems, correct?
Correct.
What's it in?
It would be I would say it would be probably in arcane runes.
Cool. I will deal with that later then.
Alright, so how exactly do you want us to do this?
I suppose we set up in that corner over there. I don't know how to draw the magic circles though. You're gonna have to do that one.
I'll attempt to do that one, yes.
Then we're gonna just see if this works. We're gonna do the whole ritual, and I guess if that fucker shows his face again, I'm gonna hit him with this thing, and hopefully it does what it's supposed to.
Alright, let's give it a shot.
Around this time, you hear
What exactly are you doing in my study?
You'd think a dragon would recognize magic?
It's more of a rhetorical question, dipshit.
Oh, the ghost dragon want to get his sassy up here.
Alright. We are trying to capture Vladimir's soul so that we may prevent him from interfering with us later.
You are aware that this is a friend of mine, yes?
Yes, and we do not intend to keep him this way forever. But we cannot afford to have him get in the way of ending Strahd's reign.
I understand. It's probably safer in there. Safer for you. He'll be angry, that's for sure. But
I don't doubt that, no.
okay. I am okay with this. Just make sure that you do not do anything to remove it. Actually, yes, continue it. I am realizing that if it causes him to finally go to the afterlife, it is better for him, instead of being trapped here in anger. Friend or not, no one should go through that type of pain.
Alright. You do not know of anything that could assist us with this, do you?
Not really, unfortunately. This is a bit outside of my knowledge banks. This was more of your grandmother's thing.
Yes. Okay. Let's give it a shot, Ferguson.
Alright, let's do it.
Alright, we set up the ritual, we'll get the sword prepared, and see if we can trap this bitch.
Oh, this is fun. All right. So, Rosalie and Kent, I'm going to make an assumption. Is there anything that you'd want to do or can do to help?
I would want to help if I can, but I wouldn't know how. So I kind of would just go with whatever they tell me to do.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything I can do to
Perhaps you can reach out and pray to your god in hopes that we can find, if this does not work, that the soul in question may find rest.
I can do that.
Ooh. Actually, wait, sorry. I want to break this for a second, because I actually had a better idea. Josh, the gem that's in the pommel,
Yeah.
is it loose enough I could pry it out?
I was waiting for you to ask that question.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool. Then, actually, Ven, you want to read a part about the soul gems themselves?
Sure.
Or,
I'll take a look through
What does it say?
Alright, I'll flip to that and start looking through.
Make an Arcana check.
It's gonna be 16.
You do some research and look into it, and you see that the gem that you have does fit the dimensions that you could use for a soul gem.
Yes, I do think that this would work.
All right, then. Maybe we could make it to where the sword funnels the soul into the gym. Might be able to use it again. Against somebody else.
That makes sense. Alright, let's do this.
All right.
I'm going to say that we can cut this. Please make this work, because I just had a really, really good, cool idea. Please
Then I'm
roll
going to say, cut
well.
this. And
oh
it
my
just
god,
happened.
I just happened
Natural
to roll
20.
all natural 20s.
Whee!
Be honest, but please
Yeah.
make this work.
Like, can I help him at all to give him, like, support, so better rolls?
That's the stage I'm getting to. I'm going to do something very similar to what Mercer does for when he does resurrection rituals. I'm going to make this a skill challenge where we will have 3 different skill checks, and I will roll against it to see how this goes. Keep in mind...
You're too hot for that shit tonight.
What? Skill
Rolling
checks?
against us.
Roll against you? You guys did really well considering, Rosalie, you saved the day with that, and also my not reading.
No,
That also
100%.
helped.
Yeah, but you also rolled, I think, like 4 natural 20s in that fight.
Yeah, and only one
He
went through.
also rolled like 3 or 4 natural ones against me.
Okay. He's real swingy, but he's still hot tonight.
Before we actually get into this, can I actually say that while I was the... Because when I had to attune to the item, that's a short rest, right?
Yeah.
So I can
It
roll
could be
some
attuned.
hit dice and heal up?
Yes, yeah, sure. Go
Okay,
ahead.
cool. Because just in case, like, shit goes bad, I want to be prepped so that if we have to do something, we have to do something.
Fair. If you guys want to do short rest stuff, go right
Yes,
ahead.
please.
So, reading the book, the things that you will have to realize is the magical potential of pulling the soul into the soul gem. You will need to realize finding the soul in some respect. That's going to be a challenge. And just general concentration on the entirety of the spell. If you guys have anything else you would like to put into it, go right ahead, but those are the main components you would have to do. You'll probably have to be reading the book alongside it and not mess up.
Okay, so finding the soul, getting the soul into the gym, and I missed the last part entirely.
Concentrating in general, just focus.
Okay.
So I would personally like to, as Ven, do what I can, because I feel like I would probably have the strongest link with this guy to be the one to try and pull him into, pull the soul into the gem.
Okay.
So I would essentially like to channel the energy of Argynvostholt, and using that piece of Argynvostholt shift into Arsene and the Silver Scales, try to speak out to him and say, I know you do not agree with everything that we do here and our plan, but believe us, this land has been tortured enough. We do not want the people of Barovia to be tortured any longer. They do not deserve this for the fault of one man. They deserve better than this.
Make a persuasion roll, please.
In the spirit of this game, I am going to roll the Scanlan die,
Yeah.
making a persuasion check. 16.
Okay. Anyone else?
Or just you said that we're gonna need to have to find the soul.
Yes, to find the soul.
So I'm gonna hold on to my holy symbol and just pray for a minute that we can locate this soul, to find him some sort of peace, some sort of a resolution.
Make a religion check, please.
22.
Okay. So you concentrate and you reach out and you feel... what was your deity's name again?
Lyra?
Lyra. You pray to Lyra and you ask her to find some type of peace and joy, which is what Lyra represents, for this obviously tortured soul that exists. You see the holy symbol light up and you know your message went out and hoping for the best. Ferguson or Kent?
Do you have anything, Kent? Because otherwise I'll go for it.
You go for it.
I feel like we've hit finding and concentration.
Yep.
So I'm fitting it. What's the third one? I keep forgetting. Sorry.
I was just doing general things.
Oh,
of,
just
like,
general
what
things?
you'd be doing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
then actually, yeah, Ferguson is going to... All of his magic centers around his blood magic. So he's going to imbue himself into the spell.
Nice. Okay. So you, correct me if I'm wrong in my assumption here, you're going to cut open your hand and start to pour your blood around the magic circle and wipe it over the soul stone as well. You see the blood move around.
Yeah, like giving the spell an actual like direction.
Okay. So your blood starts to move and crawl and fill in around the magic circle and the stone itself. Make an attack, an arcane check, please, Arcana.
Can it be an attack? 18.
Okay, and who is reading the incantation?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Make an Arcana check, please.
It would be real hard for Ken to do it with his lack of Arcana.
Yeah, I mean, I could pull off my best Abraham impersonation and read it. But...
A squiggly line!
Oh! Strong mouth,
Natural
be praised.
fucking 20.
Bang!
Oh,
bang!
Crazy bullshit magic stuff.
All right.
Fail. I think fail. I don't actually know what he's rolling, if he's trying to beat us or what. I'm very concerned.
With all of this going on, and you pick up the book and you read out the incantation, it is like you have practiced this for a speech or something. Like, you nail every single word and every somatic part of this entire spell. And with everything happening around you in Argynvostholt, you feel him watching over you and giving his blessing for you trying to give his friend peace. And it gives you a real drilling sense of purpose into doing this. And also in the back of your mind is thinking that one day soon, maybe within the week, you plan on doing this for MacLeod. You have to nail this. Because if you can't, maybe getting MacLeod back, it's not going to really work. And you finish the incantation, and the last thing you do is put your hand directly onto the soul stone, or soon to be soul stone. And you feel it heat up. You feel the air around you go cold. Real cold. Everyone feels their hair stand up. You look around and you see a light, thin, blue streak go across the room. It's flying around, but more towards the soulstone itself. And you feel the presence of Vladimir as he goes through your hand and enters into the stone. And the heat is gone and goes to an ice, frigid cold.
For flavor checks, can I possibly add the fact that I can activate the cloak without doing the damaging effects?
Sure. Yes. So as it turns to cold, your cloak activates, and it shifts and manipulates into giant silver dragon wings. And around you, the cold emanates and freezes the floor. So the cold that's in your hand feels like nothing. And eventually, the feeling subsides, and your wings close up and cloak back around you, and the ground turns back to a normal temperature. And you pick up the soul stone, and inside you see a dull, pulsating blue. And as you hold it in your hand, you hear inside of your head,
What did you do, Vendela Greymeyer?
It's the voice of Vladimir.
Coming from the stone?
Yes.
I'll shift back to Ven, and I'll say, I'm sorry, Vladimir, but we cannot afford you getting in our way right now. We need to ensure the safety of the people of Barovia.
What do you plan to do with me now?
Nothing. We will do nothing to you.
Then where is my purpose?
Your purpose will be to help us rid Barovia of Strahd. The people have suffered too long, and it is now time that they know peace. It is now time that this entire land knows peace. The fighting must stop.
There is nothing I can do to get out, is there?
I am afraid not.
Put me in my sword.
You don't hear that.
I know. I kind of just want to pluck the thing out of sand anyway.
You can if you want to. You just see Ven staring at it.
Ven, out of character, or Bucky, out of character thing. You should threaten him that if he doesn't comply, that you'll leave him with me and I'll just talk his ear off all the time.
I'll
talk
would
about
not wish that on anyone.
the greatest.
I'm going to snatch it out of his hand.
Make a
I close
dexterity
my
check.
hand to try and stop it.
Modified 20.
And
Do I
make
roll
a
one too?
dexterity, yes.
Fuck. 19.
All right, in the middle of talking, you get plucked from your hand, and you go to grasp, but Ferguson is currently holding in his hand.
I grab Ferguson by the throat.
Oh.
Now, I'm not going to consider grapple yet. Just play this out, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, no, just grabbing him, and I'm going to tell him, drop it.
The fuck you think you're doing?
Drop it. He's going to help us.
I wasn't gonna do nothing to him. Once you take your hand off me.
I mean, snatching things is a characteristic that Ferguson has shown us before. It's not something new. Just putting it out there, trying to defuse the situation.
He does have a point. I fucking snatched it because I didn't want to know. Because I don't know what you're fucking doing. I want to have a fucking word with him before he does anything.
Wish to speak to me, then talk to me.
Hold on there, fucking ghost. I got a fucking situation to deal with first. Take your fucking hand off me.
I'll let go, but I'll stay close to him.
Before I turn my attention to the gem, I'm going to look Vin in the eye. You fucking touch me again, and I'll fucking kill you.
I'd like to see you try.
For goodness sakes, listen, we've just put this guy in a gym. We've
Listen,
got all this going on.
Ferguson! You have done one too many things to jeopardize this group.
Name one fucking thing I did to jeopardize you.
You have almost gotten us killed. Several times! I wasn't going to let you die and lose another party member.
I ain't your fucking party member.
Then why are you here?
I'm here for my own reasons. I'm gonna fucking make sure Strahd's dead
And
before I
what are
leave.
those reasons?
I'm gonna fucking kill Strahd.
Then we are having the same reason of being here.
Then
So
you
as
need
far
to
as I am
calm the
concerned,
fuck down.
You are a member of this party.
He ain't a
You are a
fucking boss
member
of this party.
of this
Go
group.
sit down in a fucking corner.
Do not treat me like a child.
Don't
And if
treat
you
me
do
like
again,
one,
I
you
will make
fucking
sure it's the
asshole.
last word that you say.
Go sit in a corner while I talk to the ghost.
I'm plenty happy right here. Speak.
What do you want?
I want to fucking talk to you. You got a problem with that?
It's not like I'm going anywhere.
No, you're not. I want to know what the fuck you're doing here.
I'm doing... What do you mean, what I'm doing here?
What do you want to do? Do you want to fucking fight Strahd or not?
Want Strahd to suffer.
Sounds like you're gonna fucking betray us. Well, more specifically, betray me.
What can I do from this stone, except sit here?
Well, I have a fucking feeling that if we put you back into sword, which I guarantee you were trying to get the fucking Dragon Boy to do, you're gonna fucking turn on us.
Well, there's not much I can do. Just make him suffer, if you guys are going to kill him anyway. If you put me in the sword, I will give you more power to take his life.
What kind of power can you give us?
I do not know, this is new to me. But if you put me in my weapon, I have read of enchanted weapons before. I want Strahd dead. Enough. It has brought me back to life. Whatever this life is. If that isn't power, I do not know what is. If I cannot make him just live in this hell that he has made for himself, then use me to cut him down. as much as I would like him to suffer and in misery. If you're going to kill him anyway, have me help you.
Alright then. You make one fucking false move, you're out of the sword, and I'm gonna chuck you in the deepest ravine I can find.
I'll try to grab on when I get tossed.
Good luck. And then I'm gonna put it in the sword.
Okay. You socket it in, and as you do, you see a blue pulse just go right up the blade and exit the tip of it, and you hear him go,
This will work. This sword is magic, as is I feel. Take me to Strahd. Cut him down.
Right then. You'll get to fight Strahd soon enough.
Good.
Now what can you do? Just talk?
Is there no one else that can wield me, or are you the only asshole?
Pretty much the only asshole in the group. And the only one you're gonna fucking deal with.
Swing me at something that you want dead.
Alright then. I can handle that. Okay. So, cutting back, obviously
That whole situation, just intensity was just up to here. I was feeling a little uneasy. I didn't know where we were going as a party, and as a team. I didn't know what this dude was gonna fucking do.
So, right in your inventory, then you have a new personally made weapon.
Yay!
We will call this the Horn Guard Blade. This is a greatsword, +2, and we will handle the extra stuff that it does when it happens.
Can I call dibs on the next, like, super powerful ultimate weapon that we pick up?
This wasn't in the book. It just happened, so maybe.
Cool. Because I haven't gotten anything in a while.
Your gun does amazing. Your
I know,
whole
but
arc was last.
You have a bag of endless bullets.
I don't have a bag of endless bullets because Josh likes to have time pass extremely slow in this world. So
Okay,
I currently
also,
have
quick thing,
3 bullets.
Quick thing. That got really
No, 4
intense.
bullets.
Is it?
You're all amazing people.
Oh no.
And I just
was
want everyone
playing
to
the
know.
character.
Oh, I know. You're all amazing people. Nothing that was said was meant. All a character.
I was actually going to resolve that whole thing now, but
Okay, cool. Whew.
So now that he did that and put the gem in the sword, I'm still a little tense, but I've loosened up a little bit, and I want to say, Ferguson, I am trying very hard to trust you and consider you someone I can rely on in battle. You are making it very difficult to do so, but I understand. I do not know much about your past you have not divulged. I do not know where you come from, I do not know anything about you. But we have the same goal. We want out of Barovia. We want Strahd dead. I want to consider us both on the same side.
You know, we're on the same side. But you keep throwing the fucking thing about you don't know my past. I don't know your past either. I don't know his past. I don't know her past. I don't know any of your fucking pasts. I definitely didn't know Callista's when she showed up. But I fell into battle with you. Well, more like you fell in battle with me. I'm here. I'm gonna kill Strahd. That's my point. Are you gonna fucking kill Strahd? Or are you gonna fall to infighting in this little group? And that's gonna be the end of it. Because he won't have to kill us if you can't fucking trust me at your back.
Then give me reason to trust you. I don't want to fight, I don't want to bicker. I want to have a group of people that I can rely on. A group of people that I know, without a doubt, will put an end to Strahd.
I have given
And
you...
I know you are going to be a part of that group. You have given us much proof. I know.
You keep looking for proof. I've given you nothing but proof. I am doing what I was fucking taught to do. I came in, and I'm gonna fucking fight all this fucking little shits that run around and these fucking little nasties. This is what I do.
Why?
So that nobody else has to do it. It's fucking bullshit.
I agree with you. We do what the weaker people can't. I understand.
But you want to sit here and judge me about how you can't trust me because I saw some fucking evil and I went after it.
No, because apparently you do not trust me. You felt the need to snatch the gem out of my hand without trusting me.
You literally just sucked a fucking dragon into your body. I literally don't know anything about it.
Alright. I guess I have a story to tell tonight then. while we all go to sleep.
Might be a good idea.
Okay.
Alright. So as we're all getting ready to go to sleep, I'm going to regale them with the help of Argynvostholt. What happened, why it happened, who my grandmother is, where she went to, and all of the information I received before.
Also, I'm going to be very honest right now. I really wish I had some whiskey.
Same.
That was a very tense moment.
Wait, I have a little bit if you want it.
That was very tense, and whiskey is good.
So yeah, I tell the entire story of my purpose, I guess.
Okay.
And why we were here to begin with.
I will say also, Ven, with you reading all of that stuff and getting the natural 20 and things, you recall back to reading your grandmother's journal. You're remembering that some of the symbols that you were reading were in that journal.
And then as I finish, I'm like, wait a minute. Some of what I read for the enchantment and the ritual. Hold on, and I go and grab my grandmother's journal and flip it open next to the Souls book.
Okay.
And I'm looking at the symbols and everything.
Make an Arcana check, please.
All right, that's not bad. 21.
21. You go, I think I know what she's getting at. And you notice that there are opposing symbols that are in the page. And a lot of the pages have the symbol for, like, they're elemental symbols.
Okay.
One for the plane of fire, and one for the plane of ice, and cold, and water. They're just scattered throughout. They're arcane runes.
Interesting. So it's just like she was using the notes from this and put it in her journal?
They don't look like notes.
Oh. Do they look like they go together?
They look like they are inscribed.
Can I do something with them?
What do you want to do with them?
Wait, they're inscribed in the books.
Yes. They do not look like they are part of the writing that she was writing down. As you would, like with a magic item or something, that you would inscribe something. That's what it looks like. It was not intently. It was put there with intent.
Is there any way I can put the two books together?
That's it. It's paper on paper action.
Can I make the books kiss? I don't fucking know what I'm supposed to do with this. Just open them both up and just...
If you interleave the pages one after another, they'll get really strong, and you can hang a swing from it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Tire swings for everybody.
It won't be able to read the books anymore, but you know.
Is there any sort of like magic I can activate within the books? I
don't know, is there?
Can I make a check to find
Bucky?
that?
Bucky,
yeah?
Quick idea. Try putting cold on the cold ones.
Isn't there a fireplace in here?
I would suggest fire, but here's my only thing about that. If it fails, you might burn the book.
Oh no, I know.
Start with the ice.
But I want to move the book closer to the fire.
Oh, okay.
You move closer to the fire, and you're a little warm.
Nothing happens to the book, though?
Nothing happens to the book.
When I get it close?
How close do you get it?
Like within 5 feet. Just like, Not like in the fire, but like touching the fire. But like right on the outside of the fire.
You see the fire runes glow slightly.
I'm going to pull it back.
Okay.
And I'm going to switch to... I'm going to open the page that has the ice rune on it, and I'm going to use my ice breath and breathe ice onto the book.
Okay.
That's the journal, right?
Yep. You breathe straight down, and the book hardens and freezes in place, and you are now holding a book that is essentially ice. But within that ice, you see the cold runes, like, purely glowing. There's a bright white light coming out of those runes.
I'm going to quick switch in a bonus action to Ven and breathe fire on the other book.
As you breathe it down, the ice thaws away, and you are currently looking at a whole bunch of different writing in that book.
Holy shit. I'm going to immediately be like, guys, look what I did! And I'm going to put the book down in front of everybody.
All right, so I take it you were reading the book.
Yes.
I put it away and go to sleep. Long rest.
Yep, and I'm done for the day. Good night.
Solved your book puzzle. It's time for bed.
So there's a lot of blank space in there, but when you go to the center of the book, You notice that is a letter addressed to you. And it says, "Dear Ven, I am sorry for what I had to put you through. My decisions were not made lightly. They were made with purpose. An unfortunate purpose for those lives that I don't really control, but yet I took it upon myself to designate a plan. Not just for your life, but for your mother's as well. What I did is unforgivable, but hopefully, after you are put to use, as your purpose dictates, it will help alleviate some of the pain that I caused. I will be honest, this would not have been my first thing to do, but after years of research, this is the only thing that I could muster. Your mother dying was my fault, and I am immensely sorry about that. I am not happy. No one likes to kill their own daughter, especially when they don't even know. Part of my price was to offer my firstborn as they would put forth their firstborn. She died as she gave birth to you, and her soul ended up in your necklace. You get reminded of the necklace that you have always worn, that your grandmother held on to. After that, I made sure that you always held on to her, and she was always with you. I obviously couldn't tell you why. I was heartbroken every day, and that's why I went off into the villages to heal and help those who could. Because what other thing would I do with my life than to try and help those that I actually can? I hope you are not angry with me. I hope you understand that the sacrifice of 2 lives and my sanity and happiness was to save an entire realm of people. No life should be cost, but that is not how life works. Please keep the necklace safe. There is no part of your mother left in there. The part of your mother is within you. But the necklace is a reminder, something to hold on to. When things get rough, remember our past. Remember what we've learned together. And take our relationship with you as a sign of times that were happier when you were in the darkest of places. Be careful of the evil that's there, and by all means, avoid the Amber Temple as much as you can. It is a place of darkness and evil, and you'll be tempted to go. But those who go tend to pay a price. Be safe, and good luck in your adventure, or it can't be anything but. Destroy Strahd. Signed, your grandmother.
I'm going to pull the necklace out from underneath my shirt and just let it sit in front.
There hangs your necklace, which is a dull color. It doesn't seem to have any life or anything that the soul gem, has. Is just a reminder.
I think I have a vessel for MacLeod when we get to him.
Taking Initiative is a product of the Spark Network. Imagine what your idea can do. For updates on the show, future news, and all things nerd, visit us on thespark.network. If you wish to conjure us on social media, you can cast message on Twitter with the handle @TI_pod, Facebook at the Taking Initiative Podcast page, and Tumblr at takinginitiativepodcast.tumblr.com. If you enjoyed the show, please leave us a review on iTunes, as it helps us grow so we can put out more content for you.
I'm Josh Perot, and I'm the DM. You can find me on Twitter at XyroxisTheBeard. That's XIROXIS the Beard.
This is Jonathan Buckmaster. I am the voice of Vendelar Greymeyer. You can find me on Twitter at Bucky_Masters.
Oh, this is Drew Tillman, and I play Ferguson. You can find me over on Twitter at NotDeadDrew.
This is Nicholas Figueroa, and I play the sometimes rude but always lovable Kent Brickwood of the East Farthing Brickwoods. You could find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at NicoFigs. That's at NIKOFIGS.
This is Morgan Conroy. I play Rosalie or Roz. You can find me on Twitter at ThistleRaven.
And guest starring Kristen DiMercurio as Wifey. You can find her on Twitter at Katie Merc. That's at KDIMERC. Or on her podcast, Ars Paradoxica, as Dr. Sally Grissom. This episode was edited by John Buckmaster and Josh Perot. The original artwork for the Behind Silver Eyes logo was created by Kati Kawaguchi of Nerds on a Roll. You can find her on Twitter at @KidKatie. All modifications for the arc were done by Josh Perot. The Behind Silver Eyes theme song was created by Neil Martin of The Lucky Die. You can find him on Twitter at Bardic Martin. Any additional music was created by Kevin MacLeod in the Incomtech website. Any information about those songs can be found in the episode's description. To give credit to the classes played in this episode, the Pendragon class played by John Buckmaster was created by Daresight Phantom on Reddit. The Gunslinger class, played by Nick Figueroa, and the Bloodhunter class, played by Drew Tillman, were both created by Matthew Mercer. The Oath of Devotion Paladin, played by Morgan Conroy, is straight from the 5th edition Player's Handbook. The D&D 5e rule set and the Curse of Strahd module are both property of Wizards of the Coast. If you're enjoying the show and would like to support us, please visit us at patreon.com/takinginitiative. There you'll find early access to episodes and bonus content.